Um, I don't know if this will work, but I'm doing it on a different format this time because I'm going to start uploading these to YouTube. So I'm making them um, landscape mode. Yeah, sorry. So my mouth is not functioning well, my brain apparently. Just haven't updated things in a while, and I wanted to do that. So I have been taking a lot of time to do a lot of market research and work on sort of re-examining how I'm going to do the business and what I really want to accomplish out of it, and things like that. So I've gotten a whole new, well, I have two new collections that are in the works to go up, and that took me a really long time to sort of um, work with vendors, schedule everything, find the things that I am happy with, the vendors that I'm happy with, and um, all of that. So I've already uploaded a new collection recently called the Colorful Collection, and it has a lot of really cute pieces in there, and I love it. But with that said, I'm not super happy with the way things are going, and kind of also just my own personal connection with what I'm doing, basically, and not just my personal connection, but the connection that I'm getting with the customers. I want it to be a different experience than what it is, and so yeah, I've just been really thinking about restructuring things, going a different way, maybe even just starting from scratch. But I haven't made any big decisions yet, so I'm sticking with what I have for now. But I just don't think that the drop shipping thing is, especially coming from pre-manufactured vendors, where the products that I'm sourcing and getting, even though they're great products, that the material is good, the vendors are great, but for me, um, it's just not connecting with me, and I don't think that it's cost effective or motivating sales for other people. And unfortunately, it's cost a lot of money to do, which means I have to make the prices higher, which isn't good for anybody. But yes, so I'm thinking of going down a more personalized route with the business and focusing on building out a brand and more of like an empire. And that sounds way more epic than it is. But I really just want a brand that stands for more than just clothes, and I want to focus on that first, and then start incorporating pieces that are designed by either myself or somebody else who understands kind of the aesthetic and the brand that I'm trying to build, and not source pieces that are strictly from vendors that have pre-manufactured goods, so that it's more personal to me and more unique to the clients and the customers. And I really want to be able to develop something that is a very giving brand, and I want to be able to afford to give back a lot. And I'm not going to be able to reach those goals with the current parameters around the drop shipping that I'm currently using. So that's my thinking. It's probably won't happen for a little while, but I also don't want to get too far into what I'm doing now, and then the brand sort of having to make a shift when I have more people looking at it, basically. So I'm struggling with whether or not to continue things as they are in order to maintain some brand awareness so that I'm still like out there, or if I should pause, shift, and redo and then relaunch. If that makes sense? So I'm struggling with making that call, but that's where my headspace is. That's where I'm thinking of going, and I just need to determine whether or not I want to make a drastic stop and redesign, or continue on and then just make subtle changes until it evolves into something like what I want. So yeah, so that's where I'm at, and I have big plans and ideas of things that, like, the direction that I want to go. I have a pretty clear vision of what I want it to ultimately look like. I just not sure at this phase my next step. So I'm taking my time as I usually do, which is terrible, but I feel it coming. I feel the shift coming, and I feel like when I get my ducks in a row, I will make it happen. But yes, the only other thing that's happened since the last time I talked to you guys that is kind of like business related that took me by surprise, because I don't have I didn't hire a lawyer, and I do have an accountant, but I haven't really discussed with her yet about the taxes and things like that. I did a lot of my own research and things like that to kind of figure out how to do all of that. And I made a little mistake. Well, I don't know that it's a mistake necessarily, because I'm glad that I started when I did. But basically, when I formulated my company and like became an official company, my LLC, and applied for my business license, my business tax, and all of that, apparently I did it in the worst possible month to do it in, which was a cutoff period between like the different quarters, and also with annual renewals for things. So basically, I for my first year, I'm having to pay twice what I normally would pay during a year for my business tax and my quarterly tax payments, and filing for things. So note to self, if you're going to start a business, find out in your state when the actual days are that certain things are renewed, and make sure with your county or with your state or whatever, clarify that what you're paying now is going to actually cover a year and not just a couple of months, and then you'll have to spend the same amount of money to renew for the actual year, because that happened to me. So basically I ended up having to pay $150 that I was not expecting to pay this month. So yay. But you live and you learn, so I can laugh about it and move on. I'm really bad about doing these videos, but I want to, because I want to document it, and I want to be able to look back and say, yeah, this is where I was, this was my headspace, this is what I did to improve things, shifts that I made and things like that. So yeah, I hope that it's clear what I'm thinking of doing, but I just want to at least throw out there kind of my thought process and where I'm at.